Hello everyone, and welcome to Death Stranding. This is episode 10, where I have just booted up the game to go into my private room to give you a wonderful greeting. And this is what we've been greeted with. This is how the game has started for me. Is we're in the darkness. Sam's staring at the shower. And there's a figure in there, and it doesn't look like Fragile is borrowing our shower once again. But welcome to the next episode of Death Stranding, where we are going to continue to do our journey to South Knot City today, from picking up the order at Lake Knot. But I think we should take a shower, don't you? Don't you think we're a little bit stinky? Maybe we should investigate this, and then we can move on. Okay. Shit.
Sam, don't know if you're aware, but you can customize your pack in your private room. Why not give it a try?
Interesting. We can customize our backpack. So that was like a dream. That was so Silent Hill-esque. Like, that was like the fucking, like, the shuddering, like, really fast-moving stuff that was, like, ripped straight out of Silent Hill. Bit of a PT influence there. Because it didn't seem like a, did not seem like, it didn't seem like a BT type deal. Was Sam dreaming about BTs, or was he dreaming about PT? Interesting. So, backpack customization, which is actually really, really cool. Let's just push the nightmare that we just had out of our minds. Let's get back into the calming presence of Death Stranding, shall we? We can fabricate things. An extra battery! Oh my god. This is so cool. And patches as well. No matter where, no matter what. Express their individuality through the medium of fashion. And see, it's on a bike. Because no matter what, guys, we're riding that bike. BB in their pod. Is this for blood types? These are blood type symbols. Interesting. Emergency danger. Caution. Attention. Mama and Kojima Productions. Can we have multiple patches? Oh, nice. We can choose where to put it. Can I change the size? Oh. Okay, I'm assuming it'll sit on that. I wish we could change the size, but I guess the patches must sit on these little... Yeah, they sit on... Okay, that's cool. So you can put a bunch on if you want. Let's just put like one on each corner. Right. Oh. Never mind. Okay, alright, I see. Hang on a minute. I see. It is limited space. And you can fit... Alright. That makes sense. That's why it's all in the same thing. Okay, an extra battery. I want one of those, please. So, let's chuck a battery in the middle. Increase the amount of battery available for active skeletons and other equipment. Multiple extra batteries can be equipped at once. Can we increase our backpack size? Because I don't think... Oh, you can rotate it to get two. Tetris. Grenade pouch. Equipping it will free up space on your back, allowing you to carry more cargo. The pouch will also protect its contents from timefall and impact. Multiple grenade pouches can be equipped at once. Be aware that if a pouch is removed from your backpack, its contents will be transferred to a private locker. I think we'll go for 2 batteries over more grenades. I'm fine having grenades like on my person. Accessories, though, a windmill, a little windmill. BBs are particularly fond of this accessory. It seems to improve their mood and help prevent them from becoming stressed. Oh, that's cute. Even though they visually can't even see it at all, that's kind of wholesome. That is kind of wholesome. All right, so we got a windmill on next to the dream capture, and oh, hang on, let's. God, such bright and vibrant colors. Everything's better in black. All right, I'm fine with that. That's cool. 2 extra batteries on the backpack. Love it. That's such a clever idea. Big fan of that. Big fan. Let me have a look at my bridges closed, because we haven't changed anything to do with this. Keep that as is. Are we ever going to be able to change the color of our outfit, though? The bridges uniform? Or is that always going to be blue? I wonder. We got a bunch of emails. We got a bunch of emails that we just received that we're going to read over before we get into the day of delivering. So let's have a look. We got 4. Thomas Sutherland. Is it weird to have feelings for bots? Wow, interesting. Okay. Romantic feelings, Thomas Sutherland. This stays between you and me, okay? And us. I'm trusting you. Right, here goes. Thing is, I've come to have feelings for the delivery bots. Nothing weird, just, you know how people are happy to see you when you drop by and worry about you when you're not around? Well, it's like that for the bots. I can tell them apart. Know their every scratch, every patch of peeling paint, every little quirk. I know their personalities, and if we lost one, I can't say I wouldn't shed a tear or two. Sounds crazy, right? AIs and bots don't have feelings, but humans can't help it, and convincing yourself it's not logical and trying to fight it is easier said than done. Maybe that's why people used to name their cars, because they were more than just tools, you know? Not that you don't understand. You've got a BB. They may tell you it's just equipment, and you may tell yourself that too, but that's not what you believe in your heart of hearts, is it? At least it's not romantic feelings for the bots, Thomas. The film director, the amazing potential of hologram generators. I have actually been told that this film director is the guy who's doing the Metal Gear Solid movie, which is actually very cool. It's very interesting. And Edgar Wright, who I am aware of, and I'm a fan of his movies, but I just obviously didn't know what he looks like, is also in this game. There he is, as Thomas Sutherland. So that's very cool. Just chucking in your film directors. I'm grateful to you, Sam. It really was you, every time. I've got to say, joining the UCA's opened up a real treasure trove of data, but it seems I'm not the only one who's got some new toys to play with. Have you given your Odradek's new hologram generator a try? It's pretty amazing. Not only do the grams look just like real rocks, they don't even get picked up by mule scanners either. You can use them for concealment. It's not unlike the technology and techniques we once used to make old movies. Light and shade, optical illusions, but the level of realism is something else. I'll let you in on a little secret. I used a hologram generator to sneak into a mule encampment and shoot some footage. They had no idea I was there. A solo sneaking filming mission. It's amazing what kind of shots you can get when no one knows you're filming. In fact, I've decided I'm going to use the same technique to shoot a whole movie. I'm going to call it The Great Deliverer. I've already got you down for the starring role, Sam. You won't disappoint me, will you? Hell, maybe we won't even know that he's filming the whole movie while we're out and about. And now we have Thomas Sutherland. Come roar around the racetrack of your dreams. Hey Sam, how are your deliveries going? Listen, I've got something important to tell you, and you'll want to hear this, I promise. Ever since I came to this distro center, I've been hearing rumors about a dream racetrack. Sounds like there were plans to build one near the Timefall farmer's place back in the day. You know where that is, right? Anyway, it seems it was the founder of Fragile Express who had the idea in the first place. Yep, turns out Fragile's old man was crazy for motor racing. Who knew? Anyway, the idea was that the racetrack would attract crowds from Lake Knot, South Knot, all over. Some of the local preppers would have come along too, no doubt. Would have been quite a sight. Man, just thinking about it gives me goosebumps, know what I mean? Seems like they made good progress at first too. Everybody worked together, and they managed to get the racetrack terminal set up in double quick time. course, then the goddamn terrorists had to get involved and ruin everything, and the racetrack of everyone's dreams never became a reality. But maybe that's about to change, because we managed to get our hands on the original design data, and what's more, it seems it's still good to go. That's right, just donate the necessary materials like you would any other structure, and your racetrack dreams will come true. Man, I wish I could be the first to burn that baby up, but they need me here, so that's that. Still, if there's one guy I'd be happy to see take to the track in my place, it's you, the great deliverer himself. Oh, and you won't have to trundle around the racetrack in one of your trucks either. Nope, it sounds like a sleek little number known as the Roadster will become available for fabrication if your results are good enough. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The first thing you need to do is find the racetrack terminal near the timefall farmer's place and donate the necessary materials. Good luck, Sam. I'm looking forward to seeing you. We found a typo. Good look forward to seeing you race into the sunset and into a bright new future. Look forward to seeing you. So it looks like we've got a racetrack that we can go to if we go to the Timefall Farmer's Place and donate materials. If it's a racetrack, I have a feeling it's probably going to be expensive on the materials front. But we can always give that a look at some point. I think that seems like a bonus thing, clearly. So we'll look into that eventually. Thomas Sutherland, once again, another test order with the lambda symbol. Sorry, more lost cargo for you. I hate to say it, Sam, Half-Life lover that you are, but there's another piece of cargo that I need you to track down for me. A cube. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't very, very important. So could you do the honors? You've got to put your own well-being first, though, of course, so if you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out. As long as I get my cube back eventually, I'm not gonna complain. Repetition is an indispensable component to progress in this world, which is why no one should ever criticize you, or anyone, for taking a much-needed break. As a matter of fact, I'm taking a break now. Not that I have much choice in the matter, I'm not quite myself without the cube, you see? Anyway, back to business. To find the cube, make your way to the craftsman's shelter and then head northwest. You'll come across a ruined factory near the side of a highway, and the cube should be there. Once you find it, take it to the distribution center of Lake Knot City. I'm counting on you, Sam. Counting on you to give me a new lease on life. Another thing I should probably mention as well is I have been informed that the cubes are actually related to Portal, not Half-Life. So there you go. Obviously, I had no idea because I'm not familiar with both of those games. Eventually I will be, but not now. So we got to go to the craftsman's shelter and then head west-northwest. West-northwest, they say. Interesting. Okay, well, it's time for us to do what we always do, except for last time, where we drank beer. But we drink an energy drink. We drink an energy drink. Chuck it in. Skip it in. There we go. You didn't think I would leave him? You didn't think I would leave him hanging, did you? You didn't think I would leave him to drink alone? Alright, let's go. Let's leave. Leave the private room. Let's go. Let's boost our stamina and accelerate our heart rates. It's time to leave. Alright, so we're going to pick up some orders. The extra batteries in my backpack look sweet. Now, you said the craftsman. So the craftsman is here, and then we need to go west, northwest. So I'm assuming it's going to be like... Oh, that looks like the factory. So that way. Why didn't you just say northwest? Whenever I think northwest, I just think halfway between north and west. So that's pretty much that, right? Let's have a look. Make your way. You'll come across a ruined factory, and the cube should be there. I'm going to take a big bet and say that's our ruined factory right there. So we've got a bit of a path from the craftsman. I actually wonder if what's Fragile's fast travel like? We haven't used Fragile's fast travel yet, but I'm actually wondering if it can take us to any shelter. But I don't think it would. It would only take us to other private rooms, right? Because of the whole umbrella thing. So we're probably not going to be able to use that. Let's Activate the terminal. Have we unlocked... Oh, we've unlocked some new colours. Ooh, we've unlocked some new colours. I'm a fan of that. Oh, these colours are actually quite nice too. These new colours we've got are good. I like them. There's something good about, like, I don't usually go for like tans or browns, but there's something a way that they look on like machinery like this, which is actually quite cool. Like, that actually looks quite nice. I'm gonna go for that for a bit. Let's change the colour scheme. Let's change it up a bit. Usually everything looks better in black, but we'll mix it up. Okay. Now, I believe this is where we will now get... We have to go back to Lake Knot City with these orders. Considering I have to come back here anyway with the cube, because I'm about to go get the cube, don't worry, I will spare you the journey for the most part. I'm going to go and check out this factory. I'm sure you guys would want to see the factory, right? You'd want to see the factory. We'll do the factory together. But
you can now use your PCC to construct chiral bridges. They require much less space to deploy than the standard type.
Yes.
The unit also includes an ID authenticator that can be used to bar access to anyone but Bridges personnel.
Oh.
Be advised that a safety feature prevents usage during timefall. Use it wisely.
Interesting. Can't use it during timefall. You could also use it to like cross over gaps, and mules couldn't come after you. The angle of the bridge can be adjusted freely. Oh, that's awesome. We should make those in that area down south of this distribution center. That's really cool. We can actually fabricate a truck as well. We are not going to fabricate a truck, however. We'll be okay. Oh shit, I thought I was in bot delivery. Was I not in bot delivery? Oh. I was wondering why it was asking us to fabricate stuff. I thought that we were doing bot delivery. Oopsie. Where are we taking this? To the timefall farmer? Fuck, I guess we're going down that way anyway. Just accidentally took on this job that I was going to give to the bot. Oh well. It's all part of the great journey, isn't it? Alright. Okay, I guess we'll just give the time for the bot this guy instead. Well, if we're going down to the timefall farmer, is there anything else that goes down that way? No. There is the order to deliver the sewing kit to the cosplayer, so we can do that on the journey as well. Because that was one we got an email about. Let me bring a PCC with us. And we'll call it a day. Okay. I'll do this delivery first because I accidentally picked one up, and I'm always aim to ensure that I will do always aim to ensure that I'll do a good job. And then I'll go to this factory to get ourselves the cube, and we'll get ourselves another Half-Life item, I assume. And then we can go to do the job to Lake Knot, and then Lake Knot to South Knot, and then knots to knots, and connecting things and doing all of the lovely stuff. But we're prepped with 2 extra batteries. Ooh, we've got chiral bridges already, which is fun. And I've got a journey ahead of me, so I've got to head to our cosplayer and to the timefall farm. You guys have seen these pathways before, so we'll include the journey, but it'll be a nice little peaceful one. We know where we're going. Alright, time to deliver the sewing kit to the cosplayer. We have arrived at a little hidden section downstairs. We'll also do that job for the collector. We haven't met the collector yet, but I was like, when we pick up that job, I'll stay focused. We'll deliver the jobs that we currently have, and then on our way back, we can go and do that retrieval, and we can meet the collector as well. So we've got a bunch of little shelters. We'll meet the characters, connect them to the network, and see how we go. So let's deliver the sewing kit.
Delivering cargo.
Wow, great! You made it!
I don't recognize this person. I'm wondering if everyone's a cameo.
There were bound to be a few scratches, but looks like I was wrong.
I'm not sure if every single character that we come across is going to end up being a cameo of some sorts. I think most of them won't be. We've met other characters that are just like normal, I guess, and then we have ones that are like, that's a director and that's an actor or like something like that. So who knows? And that's Jeff Keighley. But you know, I'm not sure. Just a cosplayer, maybe. Who knows? They're not even in cosplay.
Can you make it official? Whenever I mention your name to my partner, he gets all excited and starts talking about how much he wants to meet you. He's pretty interested in the chiral network too, totally on board with it and everything. But I'm still having trouble wrapping my head around it. I guess what I'm saying is that I'm okay with trying it out, just without any of the extra strings, if that's an option. If it is, then would you mind doing the honors?
Yes, let's get you connected to the network. Feel free to join. Anyone and everyone. Nice and quick, that one. Here we go. Didn't have to prove anything, just deliver a sewing kit and in you go. Into the network. Nice. Oh, so the collector is that other little small, square right above. There you go. I don't know. Slightly recognizable face, but also not at the same time. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, we got to complete that job for the collector to do that little piece up there.
Hey, Sam. Sam Bridges.
Oh, it's Conan.
Welcome to our summer home by the falls.
Oh.
Oh, well, thanks for making the trip. I've always wanted to meet you. I know what you're thinking. Is that an otter on my head, or am I just happy to see you? Well, both. Actually, the otter's a member of the weasel family. I have weasels in my family, but enough about my brother. Man, you are tough. Hey, did you know that otters can survive without land? Oh yeah, they eat, sleep, even give birth, all in the water. The only thing they can't do in the water is drown. Such good swimmers say. Okay. Wow, you laugh about as much as this guy. Hey, by the way, you should have this. It'll help you on your way. Yeah, don't worry about me. I've got an otter one. Come on. Come on, otter one? That's pretty good. Come. Oh, man, you're the only audience I've had in like 12 years.
Oh, yes, we get an otter hat. We get an otter hat from Conan. How good. He's stiff, that one. Sam's a bit stiff, not much on the old laughter. Cosplayer wishes to express her gratitude. She has given you an otter hood. So there you go, there's Conan as an otter, and then the cosplayer is his wife, I guess.
By the way, that was threaded by the hand of my cosplay partner. It's amazing. It's triple stitched. That's got silk. She's incredible. Wear it and you too can ride the river rapids without fear. Unless you're afraid of looking too sexy. Right? Really? Still nothing? You know what? Fine. Just go. Just go, okay? Yeah, and make the river your friend. That'll be fun.
Yep, that's Conan, alright. Does our hat allow us to, like, swim better? New page, there we go. A special hood, lovingly handcrafted by the cosplayer. It's so well made that you may take on the characteristics of an otter, becoming a stronger swimmer as a result. Only downside is that you may struggle to be taken seriously. Oh, it gets attached to my hood, so it'll only be in like the rain or in the water where it'll go on my head. I love that. Okay, we are now connected to the network. Here, I'll give you my special alloys. You can take those that I had on my back. Ta-da! Standard order of hand cream and top quality underwear. We'll do this another time. We're not taking on standard orders at this time. Not more than we've already got. So there you go. Join the network. Love it. Now we can leave. Oh, there's a bridge right in front of where we left it. Oh, that's slightly awkward. Well, I'm glad that we didn't park underneath it. Otherwise, we would have had a terrible time getting out. But that bridge has actually come quite in handy. Even a timefall shelter. How lovely. Alright, let's... Yep, drive right over. Love that. And go over this stuff. Oh god, look at that jump. Hang on. I need to get to the timefall farm. Ugh. Whoa. That's gorgeous. Wow. Just need to get like a view of this. Look at that bad boy. That's insane. Can we get up there and just ride off the waterfall? Do you reckon that jump would get us to the other side? I severely doubt it. There's signs in the water and everything. Well, now because I've got an otter mask, can I swim? Look, I've got a strong feeling. I've got a strong feeling that I'm not going to be able to get a run up enough to get over this jump. What do you think? This feels like a death trap. This feels like a terrible idea. What I'm going to do... The problem with this, however... is if I'm like... Oh, maybe I'll test the jump and we'll take my cargo off, then I won't be able to come back. I don't think we'd be able to make a jump like that. Someone's put that jump there to test our fate, but... I actually love that there are like rivers and like and stuff like this that you can't cross or are not really recommended to cross. We've got to go another way. I'm not going to risk that jump. not with cargo. If we were off and not on a job, I would probably consider it. But oh no. There we go, but I'm not. So we will have to go the long way around. So let's continue our journey to the timefall farm. Oh, there we go. We have our otter head. How cool! Wow, someone's put a safe house right here as well. Got a whole bunch of likes for it too. God damn. That is a good place to put one, I would say. So, here you go. Players get rewarded for like really putting stuff in the right place, which is really cool. I love that as a feature. This thing's getting destroyed by timefall. Okay, I need to get on the map. That is. There is a bridge there. Okay, so I can... Someone has put a bunch of ladders down across the waterfall. So, I mean, potentially I could do that and then get to the timefall farm, but this is quite a risky journey, this one, especially because it's rocky and bumpy and we don't know what we're getting ourselves into. Okay, let's see what we're... I'm almost running out of my batteries on my bike too. Unfortunately, my bonus batteries only work on my skeleton, it seems, not my actual bike. So I think it might be a good idea for us to build a generator with our PCC. Pretty much the only thing we use this PCC for. Maybe I should just switch to a... I should just keep fabricating a level 1 PCC. I mean, they're cheap anyway. If there are rocks in the water, I think it might be shallow enough for us to drive through it. I think we might be okay to drive through it, but we will have to make sure. It is yellow, so... Ooh. Oh, this is... Oh, this is... There we go. This is a terrible idea. There is yellow here though, so I'm really holding on to that yellow. And then there's a lot of red here. So... No! You idiot! I was literally supposed to go left! No! No! I was supposed to go left, and now my goddamn trike. The journey was right here. It was that easy. Look at my bike. Alright. Oh, damn it. I was going to save a ladder for something like this when it was like nothing but red. That's when I was going to use my own ladder. Only when I could see no way through. Well, I guess my trike will end up on the surface over there, so we'll, looks like we're doing the long journey to the timefall farm. I'm so disappointed in myself, because after that one segment, it was easy from there, because it was just ladders. Damn. Oh, we crossed the waterfall. It was an unfortunate...
This one's for you.
There was an unfortunate hiccup. Okay. Let's we got a kilometer to travel. So and timefall. So off we go. My bike got pulled up much sooner than I thought it would. We still have a chance, and it's decided to sit itself. I'm fucked. I'm dead. I'm dead. There's no way. How did it not get onto my own ladder? What the fuck? I was so confident too. Oh, the timefall must be killing these packages. I actually am so grateful that I put the otter hood on, because I'm assuming it's the only reason I'm able to slowly get across here. How stupid am I? No, what are you doing? Get up. I just cannot believe that I literally walked on my ladder and it was just like, nah, you're gonna fall off. Oh my god. Give me some energy, please. I need some stamina back. Ridiculous. Okay, what I was gonna do, which now I can't do, because of how dangerous this is I wanted to do something really cool with my ladder. Let's see if we can still do it. I wanted to make sure we can capture this without falling. Is dismantle our ladder. No, wait. Aren't I supposed to have it now? No! I thought it would pack up our ladder. And then we would... I'm making so many mistakes. This is like everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong. What I was supposed to do was pick up my ladder and move it. And I was gonna then lay out my pathway. Oh, I'm so disappointed in myself. Okay. We have a new plan, and it involves not doing the impossible. It involves not doing the impossible. Okay, so let's get back on the bike. Oh my god, we're gonna head back. I've learnt my lesson. We're gonna head back. You can only have so much. You can only have so much luck. Unfortunately, I'm running out of it. So, me being so disappointed in myself. I almost made it across, and then everything that could have gone wrong kind of went wrong. I was like accidentally dismantled my ladder because it wasn't giving me the option to pick it up. Lost my trike in the water and had to then go back for it. I mean, it's just been a tough time for me. Okay, as a delivery man, it's just been a very, very tough time for me. And now I've got to cross the river in a much safer manner, which I think I might be able to with these bridges that I'm seeing, which is much better. So, while there was that, maybe I would have been better off just taking that jump at the bottom of the water after all. Or I could have just walked to this bridge, which will literally just cross me over. All the likes for this one. There you go. Thanks, Noodlelaw. There you go. Couldn't even stay on a bridge today. Even if I wanted to. There we go. So we've made it across the other side with the bike without taking the pathways with the ladders. So let's move on and past that this terrifying waterfall. There we go. Beautiful. And now we go to the timefall farm. This is the most disastrous detour and side quest delivery that I was never meant to take, but here we are anyway, taking it. Somehow managing to traverse these rocks, mostly by jumping up in the air and bouncing like a fool. This very interesting rock formation on the side, though. That looks very interesting. I'm going to need to build another generator at this rate, and I don't even own it. I used my PCC. Well, there's our timefall farm in the distance, right? Yeah. Is there a generator nearby? Timefall shelter. No, not enough people are building generators, you know? They're like, here's a timefall shelter. Here's another timefall shelter. You want another timefall shelter? I'm the only one building generators here. I am the backbone of this generator economy. Let me tell you. It'd be nice if I could use the batteries that I had. The batteries that I have on my back, then charge my bike somehow. We're doing so good. We're doing so good. I've wasted so much more time than I thought on a journey like this. I really thought it would have been a bit cruisy, and it's been nothing but mistakes. Our bike's not even going to make it. Our bike is not even going to make it. There's no generator nearby either. Oh, there's a generator there. I'm not going to make it, and I don't have a PCC because I wasted it on a generator elsewhere. I mean, at least I've got everything on my back, and then we can go to the timefall farm. I can make another PCC to make a generator to charge my bike. I can see the generator, it's within reach. Just charge, quick, and then just jump. Quick. You can do it. No, Sam, just jump to the generator. It's within reach. No. Can we slowly... Oh, come on, Sam. Oh, we're fucked. Alright. This is chaotic as hell. No! Use the gravity gloves. Get the hell out of here. I hate how close I am to the generator. Nope. Fucking leave me. Alright, guys. I don't even have a weapon. I don't even have my weapons on me. So, you're lucky. You're lucky today that you're just gonna harass me. Kia, keep harassing me. You'll regret it. You'll regret it when I come back here with a gun. And I'll tie you all up with a bowler gun. Get the hell out of here.
Clear. Weapons detected.
Fuck.
All weapons will be locked until departure.
Piling cargo high makes it hard to hide. God fucking damn it. I wonder where that the terminal is for the racetrack around here. Can we see it on the map, or someone's left an online sign for a Lambda here. I wonder if that is an order that we could find. However, we don't have the email for that one yet, I don't think. Oh, there's a memory shard up there, and someone's rope doesn't go all the way down to the ground. It's like tied up there. How do we get up there? Alright, hi guys. I've got your delivery. Your stinking delivery that's costed me an arm and a leg and a trike to get here. Here's your pesticides. God damn it.
Always a pleasure, Sam. Was it a rough trip this time?
Oh, you don't know the half of it. You don't know the half of it, people.
Cargo seems to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, it's good. It's fine. It's acceptable. It's acceptable. I mean, I'll take it at this point.
Take care of yourself, Sam.
Yeah.
See you later, guys. I will never come back here. The cosplayer sent us an email. More timefall porter beer. Fresh fluffy bread. Love that. You take the beer to Lake Knot City. I'm going to ignore that though. No standard orders for me today. I'm done, please. I do need to fabricate some equipment, however, for my bike. So I'm actually going to give myself a couple of PCCs. So we'll get 2 level 1s and a level 2, and I'll just sit them in there, because the more that I do this, the more that I'm like, man, I really needed all of this stuff, didn't I? And then give me a bowler gun as well, please. Thank you. Auto arrange my cargo. Thank you. Wonderful. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Got my stuff back. Now let's go. How do we? I'm a bit annoyed about this rope. Oh, we should just be able to run up the back of... can we just run up the back of the building to get the shard? Okay, looks good. We can just run up here. What happened to the rope? Because we need to correct it. Alright, give me that. Thank you. There we go. Alright. Let's grab the rope. And then let's fix whatever the hell happened here to avoid it from being... There we go, see? There we go. Back on the ground where it should be. Perfect. Alright, let's share this memory chip data that we've just picked up. What information do you have for me, memory chip? Let's have a look. Fragile.
How did you get this? I don't know what to say, except thanks.
Memory chip data. Soap bubble. Following data can be received.
Thank you for your contribution.
Soap bubble. What? Okay, memory chips. Soap bubble. Nothing is quite so fragile or ephemeral as a simple soap bubble. Sorry, I don't say that word often. Ephemeral as a simple soap bubble. It floats through the air, dancing on the wind, all the colours of the rainbow reflected in its surface, and then, just like that, pop, it's gone. Surely this is why a certain poet once likened the short-lived beauty of bubbles to human existence itself. Fortunately, there is no record of anyone ever having asked for a soap bubble to be delivered, and the porters of the world continue to pray that such a request never comes. Hey, can you deliver me a soap bubble, please? But you have to be holding it in your hand. Okay. That awful side mission of a trip has come to a close. We now just need to deliver. We need to do the video game one. So we'll head back to the collector. Then we will go back to... Then I can actually do the Half-Life thing that I was supposed to do without taking on these jobs. And then we can actually go back to Lake Knot City. I think the funniest thing for me about this whole thing is this is a lesson learned in you need to pay attention to what orders you pick up. We picked up this order by accident. I was supposed to give it to the bot and then move on with my life. And then I went, oh, you know, it'll be fine. I'll take it. And it turns out to be one of the most cursed deliveries yet. Oh, can I push it? Can I push it forward without having to use the generator? Oh, it gave me a little bit of a push. Skim to the end. Yes. Oh, you're right there. Nice. We just like cruised it over with a little bit of juice. There you go. Love it. I didn't even have to use my PCCs after all. They're mine now to use later. Great. Okay. Now we can get out of here, so I'm going to make a nice safe trip back to the collector to get the old game console, and then we'll go to this factory. I'm gonna get into the mule camp so we can get this old video game console. Have the mules leave us alone, please. Someone is trying to build a bridge though, so that's nice. Look at all the mules sitting and waiting for us. There's a memory shard in there too. Okay, let's see. I should've... BAM! Get taken out. Can I hack into this in time? Probably not. Maybe. Yes. Good. We hacked into it in time. Wait. 1 out of 3. 2 out of 3. There's 3 parts to the console? Hold on a second. Collect 1 or more containers, but there's another one. This is 2 out of 3. Oh damn, well. Trying to look and see if it's one of these names. They're being chased. Oh, hang on, there's a post box. Oh, it's over there. There's another post box. Alright, let's hop in. Go, Sam, go! Okay. Sam! No! Oh, that's fine. We were right by a thing. Panic mode. Okay, hold on. Extreme! Please make the jump. Okay, thank you. It's wonderful. Oh god. So close. Oh, there's a mule right in front of us. We just got it. Okay, he's in the middle of attacking us, so this is gonna be a problem. Yep. Okay, let's get back on the bike. Maybe not run over him. Oh, we'll take the chiral bridge because the mules can't take it. Yep. Okay, back to the collector. That dude is dead. That dude is dead. We're gonna have to call corpse disposal for that one. Alright. We're gonna run out of battery. This is what we build a generator for. There is a generator over there, but I'm not gonna make it in time. Too busy being in danger. So let's use one of these level 1 PCCs to make ourselves a generator. Oh no, I can't because no chiral network coverage. Okay, hold on. Let's... Shit, that's my rope as well. Alright, hold on. Okay. Let's deliver this video game console, all 3 pieces of the thing. And then we'll get connected to the chiral network, and then I can build a bridge. I'm sorry, build a generator. And then I can build a generator. Alright. Lovely. Now let's see who the collector is. My god. What a disaster. Deliver the requested cargo. All 3 of your handheld consoles are now yours.
Hello? Hello? Oh, a delivery.
Ooh, who's this?
Oh, you certainly aim to impress, don't you? If there was such a thing as a porter honor roll, your name would surely be at the top.
I don't know who this is. If this is a person or if this is just a character. But there's your game consoles.
Should I require your services again, I will contact you.
You don't want to join. You don't want to join the UCA.
Order available. Please
Oh,
access
no.
delivery to...
Has he got orders for us to complete? Yeah, he does. Famitsu Video Game Magazine's old board game, The Big Delivery. They're both from the same place. Damn it. Damn it. Alright, one is we need to deliver, and then the other one is we need to collect it and bring it back. I need to get this on the network. So... God damn it, man! I'm assuming this is how we're going to get him to do that, connected to the network, because I got to do these orders. I will never finish this game, and I'm not mad about it. I don't know, the deliveries are so fun. And then you just get distracted and you've spent 7 years of your life doing deliveries, and then before you know it, you've become a mule. And your memories of being a porter are long gone. Alright, well, we didn't get network coverage. Oh, the barrier is actually really close. So, I might be able to just... What's the coverage for the car? It's right here. Okay, hold on. Let me build a generator right here. Fucking right here. Build it, baby. This goddamn collector. How was he not immediately impressed with me enough to connect to the network right away? How dare he? Alright, mate. You have yeeted your last javelin. Good night. Satisfaction. Alright. I love that that is my own generator. That is also my other generator. I just keep running out of power at the same places. I should be building chiral bridges, but instead, generators upon generators upon generators. And 2 people thought that they would put ladders in here. There we go. What? How am I supposed to... Who the hell thought this bridge was a good idea? They've built the bridge as a one-way. Mephisto 1992, don't you know how to build a bridge? You've screwed me. You've built a one-way bridge. How dare you? I'm going to go over this way. Can I adjust this bridge for him? Can I fix the bridge? Because I'm pretty sure they were saying that you can adjust like the width and the length, right? I guess maybe I can't go into the structure menu because we're in combat. Is that right? While you're in danger. Okay. I need the mules to chill the hell out. I need you guys to leave me alone. Oh, look at them come for me. They're dedicated. Get him standing up. Get him on both his legs and his head. Alright, I'm no longer in danger, okay? Oh no, hang on, I still am in danger. Long range. Alright, I'm no longer in danger, okay? Yes, I'm no longer in danger. Okay. Can I... You can deactivate it. Can I... Repair, upgrade. I wanna move it. Can we adjust the... Can we adjust it? Oh. I want to save people a headache. I don't think we can... Okay, well, never mind then. We can't do it, guys. I swear that it said something about... I swear it said something about being able to... Being able to do it. All the floating carriers, the garage, vehicles, roads, structures, building on the side of Racetrack, chiral bridges. The bridge, the angle of the bridge, maybe it's only when you're making it. The angle of the bridge can be adjusted freely. with triangle and X. I think that must be only when you make it. You can't adjust it after you've built it. So, unfortunately, we can't adjust that bridge to make it better for everybody else. But I would have liked to. We've got a bunch more emails to read.
Beginning scan.
They've been popping up, but I've been waiting for a good opportunity to go through and read them.
All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Cargo for certain standard orders can be collected from private lockers. Okay. The magazines, which was mentioned in the email. We had this thing called magazines. I think this has been a very gameplay-centric episode for sure, so while I was intending to do drills in the firing range, I might leave that one for now. Because like it's been very focused on that. Oh, we do have a new bike, a new motorbike memory chip to load off as well. And then we need to complete that order before I leave. Let me actually complete my stuff. So here's the board game. Looks good as new. Long range truck. Nice.
No shame.
The area that we're in right now would not benefit from using a truck. It's terrible. Barely even manages the bike. Alright, let's deliver the memory chip. We'll get a new motorbike.
The great deliverer does it again. Much obliged.
Mucho obliged. Triumph Bonneville Bobber.
Thank you for your
The Bonneville Barber. Data memory chips. Let's have a read. The Bonneville Bobber is a so-called classic custom thoroughbred from revered English manufacturer Triumph. Its impeccable pedigree and best-in-class specifications make it a beauty and a beast. Certain Bridges members also say that in connecting past and future, it makes a fine symbol on their fight to bring America back to life. Okay. Bunch of mail. Let's read through it, otherwise it's going to bank up and we'll be screwed with so much text. The junk dealer, thanks for delivering the prototype. Sam, I heard you delivered the samples we provided. Thanks for that. We really appreciate it. I know it was probably weird for you, me and her being separated and all, and I'm not going to pretend I wasn't a stupid asshole about it. Well, everything. Anyway, I just wanted to say that we're grateful. I just hope that stuff comes in handy one day. By the way, we've got a few more designs we're working on, so if you like the look of the kit, drop by our shelter for a gander. Hopefully the things we're working on will prove useful, if not to you, then to someone. See you around, Sam. So you'd want to go back to the junk dealer probably to do some jobs there, to deliver more design specs so you can get more stuff, which is cool. The cosplayer. Be sure to use your otter hood. That otter hood I made for you is pretty special. I know, because I tested it out myself. By putting it on, you transform into an otter, and I'm not talking about your appearance. You literally become one with the water. Did you notice that I even put a Bridges logo on it for you? That's proof no one else has done anything like it. I'm so happy that I'm able to help support your work. Us humans should strive to live in harmony with nature. We won't survive for long if we're always fighting against it. We need to go with nature's flow, surrender ourselves to the natural rhythms of the world. That's what I think, anyway. That's why I got into cosplay. I wanted to lose myself in a character, let the character take over. Some people think it's just an excuse to wear fancy clothes, but they're missing the point. It's an art, the art of transformation. We should all embrace our place in the world. There was a time when I tried to stay apart from it all, but after meeting my beloved, my eyes have been opened, and that's why I've decided I'm going to sign a contract with Bridges and see where that takes me. Nice. That otter hood did save us from certain death at a waterfall, I think. The Wandering MC, have you used your otter hood? Oh, hello, Conan. When I was younger, I was something of a professional host. I'd travel all over the country and speak at events, meet interesting people, and so on. In my own little way, I was helping to bring America together too. I really believe that. Sure, I was scared of BTs, but I had lots of porter friends, so we used to travel together from city to city. They called me the Wandering Host. I remember the first time I was asked to take part in the cosplay event. I didn't really understand the concept at first, but that event opened my eyes and showed me how wonderful cosplay could be. Most people are skeptical, but it's something you can't understand unless you've experienced it yourself. A total transformation into someone or something else. Do they spell skeptical wrong as well, isn't it, with a K? Skeptical is spelled with a K, isn't it? Or am I the one misspelling now? It reads like septical. A total transformation into someone or something else. I was an instant convert. I started running my own cosplay events, trying to get everyone to see how amazing it really is. It was at one of these events that I met my girl. Her costumes are incredible, on a whole other level. It's not just her technique either, it's her spirit, her soul. She's transcended to a higher plane. Anyway, she's the one who made that otter hood. Maybe you've already noticed, but putting that on will pretty much turn you into an otter. That's sure to be useful at some point, right? I want to share the passion with the whole world. That's why I persuaded her to hook up to the chiral network and join the UCA the next time you drop by. With my people's skills and her designs, we'll get the whole country on the cosplay train before you know it. Cool, so I need to go and we'll do a delivery there at some point with Lost Cargo. And then we can link it up to the UCA. Could you imagine Conan actually reading this out loud and saying this? Because I can't. The environmental scientist. Wheat's great and all, but... Dear Sam, thanks for stopping by again. I'm sure it was plain enough to see, but this farming experiment of ours has been a runaway success. I tell you what, if Armalite never took an interest in our research, and you'd never put us in touch with the weather station folks, none of this would have been possible. Thanks to you two, we'll be able to provide a constant supply of food for one and all. Having said that, this isn't exactly the one we had in mind. We came here to study the effects of timefall on plant life. We never intended to stick around and become farmers. But then we got to thinking it might be possible to reclaim crater soil, and one thing led to another. I don't know if Amelie expected we'd stay here this long, and we're still keen to continue our research. We've got more to offer the world than wheat, but if we don't move on, does that mean we really have become slaves to it after all? And here's the collector talking about, we used to have things called magazines. Back before the Stranding, there was a medium known as the magazine, a collection of articles and pictures printed on paper. Some magazines had hundreds of thousands, if not millions of readers. At the height of their popularity, it wasn't rare for people to get all of their information and news from them. Journalists and editors would collect data, conduct interviews, and compile them into weekly or monthly issues, and readers would devour them with relish. My own father was the editor of a popular magazine, one that published hints and strategies for beating popular video games. Sadly, not long before the Stranding, digital media rose to prominence, and that spelled the end for print publications. Thanks to the internet, anyone could produce content, and anyone could consume the said content. People became their own editors, their own curators of truth, as it were. But my father was always one to swim against the tide, and so he stuck with print in spite of the writing on the wall. They called him the last editor-in-chief. Over the years, he amassed a massive number of magazines and newspapers, all of which I was free to peruse growing up. After he passed away, I took up the mantle and continued expanding the collection, but now, in this post-Stranding world, we have the chiral network. It is incredible technology, but will it be no different than the internet in the end? I, for one, have no desire to see it descend into a cesspool of abuse and misinformation. If nothing can be done to prevent that, then I want nothing to do with it. Sounds like this guy needs the Patriots AI to come in and clean up the chiral network. No misinformation, no useless information. Really cool insight into a few things, because you know it is a real and a realistic and something that we're facing now in regards to print media dying. A lot of media is dying. So we picked up the order to go back to our collector already, the Famitsu video game magazines. So I'm going to head back to him. I'm going to finally get this goddamn collector cube, and then we'll be able to proceed if nothing else pops up along the way. I didn't notice this on the wall before as well. You know, character on the wall too.
Beginning scan. Scan Fragile Express ID verified.
I love the details that there's got like bookshelves and stuff.
Cargo verified.
Collecting a bunch of stuff that you can't display that are still in boxes. But here you go, sir. I'll give you even more stuff. Here's your video game magazines.
Well, if it isn't Sam Bridges. Very good. Very good. Oh, you certainly aim to impress, don't you? If there was such a thing as a Porter honor roll, your name would surely be at the top.
Still don't want to. You don't want to join. I guess that's probably because he has that negative sort of viewpoint. This is why it's an important thing to read emails, right? Because I feel like if I didn't read that email, I'd be like, come on, man, join the network. What are you doing? You're not even talking about it. You read that email, he literally talks about his fear of the internet, and if the chiral network is going to be used for the same reasons, and if so, doesn't want to have any part of it, you know? But I wonder if he'll join now.
My interest in the outside world somewhat. However, as I still have reservations concerning the UCA, I'd prefer to enter into a contract for the time being.
Connected to the network.
That won't be a problem.
Cool. So he'll connect himself to the network. So it's cool that, like, the first time you see him, he's like, makes no reference to it. Emails you talking about it, and then he's like, oh, I've still got, you know, some issues. But I will join, I will do a contract, and then maybe join it later. But I like that you have context in an email before you get to this point, which is cool. But there we go. That's pretty good. New strand established. Nice. Emergency yellow for the Luden's mask. Good stuff.
It's done then? Excellent. I will be sure to test the connection shortly. I knew I was right to call on you. Take care. I'll be in touch.
Nice. Hopefully you enjoy the network enough, sir.
Good work. New
Wonderful.
order available. Please access.
Nah. We'll leave the orders until later. Wonderful. Okay. So from here, now that I've got that little sidetrack mission out of the way, I can go get our cube, and then head to Lake Knot City, and then South Knot City. Alright, we've got ourselves a different type of destination where we're heading to this old factory to get the companion cube, and this is a bunch of new terrain for us to tackle, so drive on through. Ruined roadside factory. Okay, actually this might be our factory then. Hold on. That's... oh. That there. Okay, that's much closer than whatever the hell that is, so we'll probably remove that marker. That's going to be something else. Maybe that's an actual location that we'll need to go to. I guess this is west-northwest of... this is our factory, so it's also potential BT territory, and we're in the middle of a timefall storm, so this is great. I'm going to drive our bike out of here. Give me a sec. Okay. Rain's a little lighter here, so I'm actually going to build a... do you need a timefall shelter with level 2 or level 1? I don't know. Let's build the timefall shelter with level 2. So we'll keep my bike under here as well as some cargo, and then we'll go into the factory on foot. So let's open the cargo menu. We've got some grenades, which is nice. I don't have the anti-BT gun, which is not very nice. Everything else we can kind of keep on us, so that's fine. I don't need to worry about that too much. We'll keep everything that we have.
I'm not done yet.
I guess I could build a post box as well.
Construction complete.
let's make sure that our bike is underneath it. Okay. In we go. We will go in on foot instead. It's probably going to help us do a much better job at avoiding BTs. And now we actually get to put our batteries on our backpack to work with these legs, with the support skeleton. Okay. Can I see them from here yet? No. Alright. Alright, it is now flashing. There we go. Okay. This is our ruined factory. This is where we get disconnected from the network. Okay. At least we have our precious windmill on the back of our backpack, so so BB doesn't get as scared. It doesn't know that we're here, so I might just carefully try and not use like unnecessary grenade throws. We'll wait and see if it's a disaster. Look at it. Look, we look beautiful. We're great. Just a bit stressed. Just a moment of tension. I wonder, can you get? You must be able to get BTs in photo mode as well, right? Should we get a photo with a BT? You can get BTs in photo mode. Love it. That's so good. Okay. We want like an action shot being like stalked by a BT, right? And we got like the cold air. We got the breath coming out. We can change his pose if we we can change his pose so it's a little less serious. I think we'll keep him in we will try and keep him in his normal pose. Oh, we can actually do like a more of an action-y though. That's actually quite cool. Do the BB heart. Oh, what? There's a BB heart emote. Does that mean BB can do... Can BB do the heart as well? He'll be the second half? Yes! Oh my god. You can get a... Oh, this is great. You can. This is great. Look at them, like just with the BT in the background, just some pals. There's what BT? What are you talking about? We're too busy having a great time, just doing the BB heart. How good's that? All right. Let's also do. Let's also make sure that we do what we're supposed to do. With the fucking... Oh, this is one of the best photo modes for poses that I've ever seen. Like, for sure. Oh, you can even... Look, I hold a BT in the palm of my hand. But he hates it. He's straining. Like, okay, hang on. The body no, not the body version. Keep that. So he's got a BT in his hand. We'll use some trickery, you know, trickery of the eye. BB isn't really needed here because he's in the way of the hand. There we go. When you capture a BT like this, you need to have a photo session for sure. Alright, we might be able to go back to the original pose now. Every time I'm like, let's go back to the original pose. I'm just like, there's just ones that are so much better. Just the old shitting squat with his strained face. Just dropping one so we can make chiral grenades. We can be the particle of God. Cowering, begging. We can do it. We need to do an action pose against some mules in photo mode sometimes. Alright, let's get rid of shushed. Sleeping. There we go. Perfect. I do actually want to have my original pose back. Give me no change. Because that way we've got the grenade and we've got a very nice clear view of BB. So we'll have Sam focusing. Being a bit sad. He's a bit concerned of the BT. And then BB needs to be what's the best? What mood would BB be in right now? He's got the windmill, so he's not so stressed out anymore. So he's actually like calling out. Maybe he's doing a like. There you go. And his stuff's to the camera. Great. Love to see it. Let's add a depth of field. Oh, we don't really need to. Tomorrow's in your hands. There we go. And a bit of an action pose with the BT in the background and the otter helmet. And that's our photo shoot with the BT all done. All right, let's proceed, shall we? Now the BT can hopefully leave us alone. No autographs. Got another one. Got another two. A few of them. Almost in. Do a scan. There's our companion cube and a memory shard. Looking good. Alright, we're inside. Nice. I think there might be a few in here. Okay, do that. It is our definite mission to try and get... Why do I have a cardboard box following me? Ah! I've got a haunted box! Oh no! Ooh! Hello. That's a big one. Why were we had a box following us? It's a haunted... Where? Man. Alright, we'll get rid of this one. Is there one trying to... Oh shit. Where is it? Oh my god, is it the baby? It's the baby one. There's also this one. Did it get both of them or just one of them? I think it only got one of them. Oh, it got it. It got it. It got the baby. It got the baby. We got both. Double kill. Oh! Dude! I can't believe that there's one that's that big! Oh my god, the baby is still alive. The baby's tough. Throw a second one on the baby. Holy crap. That is actually terrifying that there is one that is that big. I feel like this needs to be documented. Like, us for scale. Let's document this one because this is huge. We need to... oh, we're perfectly leaning on the... we're almost perfectly leaning on the thing. It almost worked out. Let's turn his body and his face towards the camera. There you go. He's pointing right at it. That's good. He's like, look at this guy. Look at this dude. And we're very surprised at this. We're very surprised at this one because he's huge. He's huge. Let's move in, kind of. Yeah, there we go. We can actually get BB in here too. we could get BB in here as well. That's good. I like that. Okay, love it. Just another one because Sam's just like, holy crap! You seeing this thing? I'm seeing this thing. This one is huge. There you go. To always take advantage of photo mode when the opportunity presents itself, especially after you've killed a BT baby. Okay. Oops. Oops. There we go. I'm trying to use my the old gravity gloves. Let me get these chiral crystals as well from a distance. These gravity gloves are amazing. Let's get out of here, I reckon. I'm shocked by that big one. Which direction should we head into? That's my timefall shelter and my bike. So straight ahead. Alright, let's head out of here. Carefully avoiding the giant one, which I have a very clear feeling that it would not take one grenade to kill. I have a feeling it's going to be much stronger than that. We've got our companion cube. Follow our exact steps out of here. That's it. Okay, we've still got 2 grenades in case of an emergency. Oh, this might be our emergency. Hold on. Hold my breath. Oh no, it knows where we are. Okay, it fucking knows. Oh, shit. Alright, well this is our emergency. It's as soon as you stand up, which I find really curious. Like, even when we are holding our breath, they still seem to have an exact location on us. We're running out of breath too. We're gonna stab him after this. Alright, almost back in the chiral network. Oh, what is the shape of that? That's interesting. Wild. Okay. Give me the chiral crystals. That's a big one. Big amount of chiral crystals. Thank you. Alright, let's go. I think those were the only 2 blocking the path. So I should be able to run on back home. It really doesn't want to allow me to run. Please let me run. We're ready. I'm ready to leave. Thank you. Well done, baby. Yeah, just won't let us run. I guess it must be the amount of weight that maybe we're carrying. It's just limiting our movements a little bit. Whenever the camera automatically, like, pulls in close, it's kind of when that happens, I guess. Yeah. Stop in for a bit of cargo repair while we're at it. There we go. Okay. Now, I'll go deliver our cube, get a new Half-Life piece of gear, and we can finally get on our way. I relish these moments, honestly, because when I'm not playing Death Stranding and recording these episodes for the channel for you guys, all I can think about is, man, I just really want to get back onto Death Stranding and just drive around and do some deliveries and stuff. Like, I'm always just thinking about it. Yes, we can jump up. You can do anything you put your mind to. I just think about how much fun I have in this game and how much I just like want to keep playing. So, because we have recently had another episode, a final episode of a game finish up recently on the channel. What the good news about that is that allows me to do more do more Death Stranding more often, which is great because I'm really looking forward to making this playthrough a bit more frequent because I'm having the time of my life. I didn't mean to destroy that. I was actually thinking I might pick that up. Never mind. Wrecked. But yeah, having more frequent episodes, I think, will make me very happy indeed, because I'm heavily enjoying this playthrough. Look at the trail. Look at the chiral trail as well with the rainbow in the background. Love that. Action shot. Not the rock. That bridge there. We're gonna go for that bridge. Looks like a mighty fine bridge for us. And that's a mighty fine rock for us to drive right into as well. Nice. I wish we could have a trike that had like amazing directional control. Like it might just have to be at like the cost of something else, but when we're needing to like turn a tight corner or like have sharp braking ability, we unfortunately do not have that. So one that would have like, look at this, like that's me trying to brake. I think if we could upgrade it to have a more powerful brake, that would be cool. Especially when you need to come to a very quick stop, which for me is a lot of the time. Alright, companion cube returned. And also memory chip data as well, right, because we got that. So let's see what this is going to be. Hartman.
I am a dog. You have my heartfelt gratitude.
I am a gog. The following data can now be viewed via your cufflinks. Thelma Original Motion Picture Soundtrack.
Thank you for your contribution.
So another soundtrack. Soundtrack to the 2017 Norwegian horror movie Thelma. It was directed by Joachim Trier? Joachim? Maybe? It was directed by Joachim Trier? Joachim, maybe? A distant relative of the Danish genius Lars von Trier. No, a distant relative of Lars von Trier. Sorry, Joachim Trier. The soundtrack has a distinctively Scandinavian feel. Its melodies dark, yet hauntingly beautiful. Thelma, the titular character, is a young woman raised by a strict family. When she falls in love for the first time, a power that had laid dormant within her is unleashed. It's a film that captures the heart being filled with the beauty, the sadness, and the fear that comes with loving someone, with trying to connect to someone. Thelma is all about what it means to connect, and what it means to sever connections. I love Kojima using real-world and real-life influences in his media and research and stuff to then inform narrative and thematic choices in the game as well. I think that's really cool. We got a couple of emails from the chiral artist and the chiral artist's mother. So we got a storyline going in the background here of the marriage. We got married. How are you holding up, Sam? You must have walked more than 1,000 miles by now. Try not to let it get to you. I'm sure it must be lonely work. Well, anyway, I wanted to get in touch and tell you that, well, we got married. I know. Who gets married in this day and age, right? But through the chiral network, we got in touch with a priest and we said our vows, and that was it. Silly maybe, but it seems to have brought smiles to a few faces, so thanks for making it possible. We owe you more than we can say. Please look out for them. Dear Sam, wonderful news! My daughter's getting married. Oh, though you've probably been wondering, we're not related at all. I've never even been married, let alone had any kids. I took her in 5 or so years back after her parents died. She could barely speak a word of English. Her parents had been Japanese, but we managed in our own way. It's funny, until the moment we met, I thought I was destined to live out my life all alone, but as soon as I laid eyes on her, that changed. I knew in my heart that I had to protect her, make sure no one ever hurt her, though I ended up doing that myself by being too overprotective in the end. I've tried to make up for it, my daughter's leaving the nest at last, and I couldn't be happier for her. All I can do now is pray and hope for the best, and I'd be awful grateful if you could look in on her and her husband from time to time, just to make sure they're doing okay. When, like, your daughter is not even your actual daughter, but you've just adopted her, and then you forbid her from seeing the love of her life and lie to her, and then tell her that her love is dead, that's overprotective. Yeah, we'll call it that. We'll call it overprotective. Here's your cube, sir.
All right, Sam? I gotta hand it to you. Not many guys out there who can do what you do.
Truck, Lambda type. We've got the Half-Life truck.
No shame in taking a break from time to time.
Half-Life truck, go brrrr. Alright, we got a cool truck.
Please access
And we got mail about it as well. You're my savior, no doubt about it. Thanks, Sam. You won't believe how long I've been waiting for this. My precious little cube, another key to my awakening. It won't be long now. I'd like you to accept a truck with my compliments. Go ahead, try fabricating it. It's a good one, I promise. Why, I'm almost jealous. It's made using all the latest technology from a very special research facility. It's much tougher than your average vehicle, and the battery lasts a lot longer too. Oh, if you're curious about my cube, well, my hope is that it will help me open a door to another dimension. Fingers crossed. Yes. I'm sure all these crossover pieces are another dimension, you know, in itself. So there you go. Alright, another bot delivery, an A grade. I mean, that's better than nothing. We'll have the bot also deliver that. Another piece. Also always keep our bots busy. We keep our bots busy. Thomas Sutherland has feelings for them, you know? It's just how it is, I guess. Any orders for Lake Knot City? Yes. Pre-Stranding text on American history. Let's pick it up. Antique games. And that's it. Great. We'll pick up whatever orders we can, considering we have to go back to Lake Knot City. Maybe I should try the truck out. There is a pretty good road that's been built to Lake Knot City, so we might be able to get away with it. Let's build a truck. We may as well try it out, right? Nice. Bridges, half truck, extraterrestrial crab encounter ready. It's ready for extraterrestrial crabs. It's got a valve on the on what seems to be like a gas port, but it's electrical, so maybe, I don't know. It's got a valve on it. Love it. You cannot change this vehicle's cover. Alright, we will... Oh, I want that. No, give me that. Cool. We can load this onto the truck. Let's load the stuff into the truck and head out. Half-Life truck. Nice. Just what I've always wanted. Half-Life truck. I do need to pick up the main order to go to Lake Knot City, so I haven't forgotten about that. I'm just also needing to put my trike in the garage, because I got to store that one away. Get it nice and repaired while we're here. Get on there, please. Thank you very much. Finally going to put the trike to bed for a little bit while we truck it on down to Lake Knot City. Okay. Store the vehicle in the garage. Perfect. Good night, bicycle. What is for Sam? Retrieval of the sticky guns. So we have to retrieve it and then go to Lake Knot City. Of course. Wonderful. Let's listen to the briefing.
Sam, got a critical request. A shipment of experimental weapons has just been stolen by mules. They were scheduled to be delivered to Lake Knot City, but got picked off en route. The mules loaded them into their own vehicle and fled before help could arrive. And while we don't know their exact location based on eyewitness accounts, we've managed to narrow it to a small area. Track them down, secure the weapons, and deliver them to Lake Knot.
Okay, wonderful. Let's pick it up. accept the order. And we've got stuff. I'll build another one of these. I'm going to need another pair of boots soon. We've got a bowler gun, but I think it's almost done. And if we're getting into some trouble, let's bring the stun bomb. So I want to try the stun bomb out, and then let's do the maser gun. Bring some stuff with me. Leave the trike behind.
The sticky gun is a weapon that launches an adhesive projectile. Gun and projectile are connected by a wire which can be engaged to pull in targets. It's strong, too. Could support up to several dozen kilos. You can use it to secure cargo at a distance. Right out from under a mule's nose, maybe. You're a clever guy, so I'm sure you can think up a few other applications. Just comes down to how creative you can get.
And just so you know, Sam, you can use the firing range to practice with the sticky gun. It might be prudent to head there and familiarize yourself with it.
Another weapon to check out. I was not expecting a new weapon. I love the weapon variety in this game, how creative they all are and how they're used and the applications for it. It's super interesting and allows so many creative possibilities to tackle like combat scenarios. Adhesive rounds connected to a wire that stick to pieces of cargo, allowing them to be reeled in. Cargo reeled in this way need to be caught in midair in order to avoid damage. Eventually the round can no longer be used. Has no effect on BTs or human targets. So there you go. So I can't like... I wonder how creative you can get with it though. If you can like trip up a human target. If you like pick it up and then reel it in. Interesting. I don't know if I want it. But we can... We'll try it. Let me automatically arrange our cargo. I've got a... I'll put the bowler gun in the private locker because we've got the maser gun as well. Now I need to recycle some stuff as well. Before we head out on the journey, let me recycle my used items. Blood bag, and I'm going to get rid of the damaged climbing anchor as well. Sweet! Alright, we're able to move. Let's make moves. Now, this truck is probably not going to get us where we need to go, right? In terms of getting into this mule camp. I mean, unless there are bridges that can take us there, we will see, but I was really not expecting to have to go and get an item as well. I'll see how well we can do with this truck, but I am not holding out hope for it. I might just walk most of the way. We're going to take this truck as far as we can go, and then get our way into the mule camp. The chiral bridges are a bit too thin. And we're certainly not taking a truck over a jump. So... our order is out here somewhere. Alright, we're gonna do this ourselves, so... Oh, it could be anywhere in this area. Is it probably going to be in a post box? Could be quite likely that we'll see it in a post box. Unstable surface, really? How the hell is everybody else getting their ladders up successfully? Well, when we get into combat with mules, which is bound to happen... How rude. When we get into combat with mules, which is bound to happen, I'm very excited to use those stun bombs, so we'll try them out as well. Okay, let's see if I can get... see if I can put a ladder over here. Can I use a ladder here? Don't ping me. Oh, we can place a ladder down. Oh, hang on. There we go. We found the retrieval for the sticky guns. There you go. None of this is satisfactory. But, oh, there we go. Alright, well I guess this is what we're going to be using the sticky gun for, is we could take it off of the mules' backs, even. Because some of them are moving with it, so... And there's 6 pieces to get. 1, 2... yeah, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Let's have some fun. I actually love how much of a gameplay-centric episode this one has been. It's been very fun to see what we can come up with here. Now we're going to try and deflect any pings that they do. And we might, if we're lucky, we could be stealthy enough to... oh, this is so cool. Be stealthy enough to get the cargo off of their back without them even noticing. I hope we can at least get a couple. So... solo sneaking mission. Okay. Okay, so they do get aware of it. Okay, it totally lets them know. It's like, oh, he's fallen over. I mean, I was wondering if it would have been like a bit of a slow pull, because they were talking about how you could potentially do it without them knowing. Fuck it. This is so good. Fuck it. Yeet. Yank it from him. Oh, that's so funny. I love this so much. Me being like, oh, I don't think we're going to use the sticky gun. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Oh, they're using it too. That's what that blue line is. It makes sense now. Give it to me. That's my cargo. Shit. Why wouldn't it let me pick this up? I'm well within the vicinity of it. Give it to me. Thank you. Give me all of the pieces of cargo, please. And while we're here... oh, you're blocking my attacks, right. Block this. Block this! Why won't it let me grab? I wanted to grab it. There we go. Have we got everything? We've got 5 out of 6. Who's got the rest? Stop it! No! How dare you! Someone's trying to steal my cargo! This is fucking amazing. Give me that back. That's mine! Alright, who's got the rest? It's over there. There it is. It's got the last prototype piece. Don't make me urinate on you. Alright. Yeah! Nice. Stun bomb works a treat too. Eat. Oh shit. Climb, Sam. There's a bit of a group here. Well, salute. Hello. Take that. Get zapped, boy! Alright, I used all my stun bombs. Now I've just got the mazer gun. Alright, we've got everything that we need. Now we run back. Get away from me. Alright, where did my... Oh, shit. Nice. Break your guard. And your guard too. Yes. Oh yes. Alright, where did I put my ladder? Where's my ladder at? There it is. Head back to the ladder! Get out of here! How cool is it that this game has, like, combat, and the combat is actually genuinely so fun with the different approaches to it as well. This is hilarious. Alright, back across the ladder we go! Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Thank you. That one you get. Alright, that was not very well placed for the way back. We did what we could. We did what we could. Back in the truck. And then we drive back to Lake Knot. That would have been a disaster if we took the truck with us. If there were more bridges, then maybe it would have been fine. Come on, let's roll. Let's go. When we're just a big old obvious orange truck. I mean, we blend in with the mule's colour scheme a bit, don't we? Not much of a jump with that one.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
Oh, 2 wheels. Cargo stolen. PCC level 1. Wait, what? Oh, did I drop a PCC? It's been stolen. I thought I had some gear stolen from me that I immediately stole back, but maybe I must have not been paying attention in the chaos of it all. I lost a PCC. Alright, which way are we headed? I need to plan out my drive. I think I should stay on this side, and then the road is right there. Yep, that's a good idea. Alright. Need to head up this way for the old road. Can a truck take a chiral bridge? Maybe not at this fucking angle. Whose good idea is this? I don't think it can take. It probably has already told me that it can't take vehicles. Looks like we're doing it the hard way. Anything is possible. Put your mind to it. Who needs chiral bridges when you've got a Half-Life truck that can't even turn left? Why won't it turn left? I'm not even driving it. It just drove up the side. There's certain controls, or like some ways that the vehicle handles sometimes, that's so funny to me. Oh, we do need to go back to the cosplayer at some point, don't we? Maybe I'll pick that one up, and we'll check in with them on the way back, because we do need to pick up the order at Lake Knot, and then drive to South Knot. Can we pick it up while we're in the truck? Nope. Only on the bike. So it's a bike thing only, which makes sense. Can't use
Starting to cramp up.
Cannot use even gravity gloves. Can't wind down a window or something. Our stamina's getting pretty bad. There's a ladder that we're not going to be able to drive over. we're really getting into the limitations of a truck here. Should be able to just get across this little patch of water. Yeah, there we go. What is a little bit of rocks on a lake? Nothing. Nothing. Exactly. No sweat. I'm not even worried. Because we're on the road now, and then now we're going back home to Lake Knot City. It's been a little while. There we go. Beautiful. Love a good road. Now it's smooth sailing back home, and then we can take it back to South Knot.
Someone's happy.
This is about as fast as we can go in the truck, unfortunately. The bike is much better. We can obviously take a whole bunch more cargo if we wanted to on the truck. That's the trade-off. Ah, there you go. So that makes sense. So with that whole PCC thing that we've been seeing, it's been updating for me on the left-hand side that it got stolen. So I'm assuming by a mule or something like that. Then it was too far for us, and now it is available. And now I think it's available for other players. So I actually had this concern previously, when I'd walk away from a vehicle or put my stuff down, and so I was wondering, is it immediately available for other players? But it looks like how that works is, it'll still be with you. It'll be with you for ages when you're close to it. But then as soon as you drive far enough away from your item or your vehicle or whatever, it will then become available for other people. So the game will then be able to identify, it's like, oh, well, hey, you've given up on it at this point, you've written it off, no more PCC level 1 for you. Which I think is completely fair enough, and that's a good system, so you don't have to be like worried that, like, if you put your goddamn bike away, that it'll get stolen immediately by another player. It won't become immediately available or visible to people who are playing online, which is great. It's good for me. Didn't even get picked up by any mules on the way, which was good, which was nice. After much time and getting very distracted, we finally did what we were supposed to do at the very beginning of this episode, which was go to Lake Knot City, which I just find hilarious. It's funny how that works, huh? Strange light at the incinerator. Alright, interesting. We've been given an email from George Baton back over the lake. The incinerator. Nice. Okay.
The people down in South Knot City have had to suffer through a lot of terrorist attacks lately. They've not been receiving supplies regularly either. No one's starving, not yet, but a sense of unease is spreading across the city. We need you to bring them as much as you can of whatever you can. Food, oxytocin, the essentials. You'll also be carrying seeds, earthworm and insect protein paste, organic chemicals, and anti-BT weapons laced with your blood. None of which can be sent via a Cairo printer.
Wow.
A delivery will remind the citizens they're connected to the rest of the country. It will give them hope. And if you can get them connected to the Cairo network, all the better. Something's been nagging at me, though. Fragile checked in a little while ago, saying that due to some instability with the beach, she was having trouble making jumps. Until things settle down, she won't be able to help you out. Fragile's at the distro center south of Lake Knot if you want to hear the rest of the story. I marked a location on your map. Be sure to take a look. By the way, chiral density appears to be increasing across the board. We're currently looking into what kind of impact this might have on Cupid functionality. No need for you to worry about all that, though. Just keep on doing what you do best, huh?
Interesting. I love how that's like the game's dialogue way of saying you can't fast travel your way through this one, bucko, even though we never have yet. And then it's just like, and also go stop in with Fragile because she wants to see you on the way. Classic. Deliver the requested cargo of the sticky guns and the standard orders.
Good work, Sam. The weapons you've recovered are something the techs have been calling sticky guns. Anyway, none of this is on you. We should have kept a closer eye on them in the first place. Let's check the cargo. Great. Most of them are accounted for. Thanks to you, we've kept the damage to a minimum.
Most of them? Didn't we pick up all 6 of them? Yeah, we did all 6. 6 out of 6. What are you talking about? Sticky gun. Waiting 10 years. Nice.
Good work. New order available. Please access.
So Distro Center south of Lake Knot. Fragile jump unavailable, but she's here. So we'll, I guess, because we need to go to South Knot, which we still don't know when that is yet. I need to check the order, which is apparently a lot. Orders for Sam. It's 43. Okay, it's 43 kilos. That's fine. Emergency provisions delivery, South Knot City. So that's where South Knot is. Okay, cool. And then we got given another V mission in an email last episode. So V recovery, a chip stolen by mules. So that's also on the way. We need to bring it back here though. So let's do that now while we're here, because otherwise when we go to South Knot City we probably won't come back for a while. We do not need a sticky gun though, we'll be okay. Oh, interesting. My trike is... yeah, okay, garages obviously do not work everywhere, so my original trike is in the garage at South Knot City. I don't think a truck is going to be amazing for this, so I also don't think my long-range trike is going to be good for this either, because we need to chuck a bunch of stuff on the trike for the journey ahead. We are going to fabricate a trike in that case. I will fabricate it.
Order assigned.
Okay, so let's put this guy away.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Safe
I need
travel.
to take this to Lake Knot City. It's highlighted, so I should be able to... Hang on a minute. What's going on? What's this stuff that I'm holding on to? Oh, hang on. Maybe I just need to drive it just a little bit further in, I guess. Just a little bit further in. I'll just chuck it on here, because I need to put the vehicle away anyway. Thank you. Okay, now it'll let me deliver it. Interesting. I thought that was close enough.
Hey,
The legend does it again. Let me drop that shit off. Ooh, reverse trike transporter. Nice. That's like a floating carrier on the actual bike itself. Oh, that's sick. How about it?
Always a pleasure, Sam.
Love it. Okay.
Good work.
Well, in that case, I've got a new trike to fabricate. Garage. Let's store the truck here. Let's fabricate ourselves. Let's fabricate ourselves a new Vehicle. Reverse trike. Transporter. An improved version of the reverse trike designed to carry large amounts of cargo. 8 large pieces of cargo can be loaded onto the cargo shelf with space for more on the sides of the trike itself. It can perform speed boosts. Battery will drain very quickly. Alright, well that's normal. Alright, let's try this guy out. And then recycle. Stun bomb, please. And then these resins. Excess materials, who needs them? Okay, that's on the elevator. Good. Let's change the color scheme though. I want a cool bike. We'll put it in black. With a bit more. With a bit of orange in there. Yeah, perfect.
Thank you for your contribution.
Nice. It's got a fancy little thing on it. Alright, let's pick up the order that we need to do. And we can just take this with us. Oh. Alright, no point risking cargo at this point. When all we need to do is do a quick back and forth to Mule territory to get this V chip.
Keep on keeping up.
What a cool looking truck. A little transporter on it instead of the floating cargo. Luckily, Mule territory is only right here, so this shouldn't take very long. Ultra extreme. This fucking goddamn it. Actually, I think if earlier on at that lake, if we did an ultra extreme, I think we might have been able to make it across the lake. That was actually quite a bit of distance, more than I was thinking. Oh, there's a memory chip in here too. God damn it. And there's mules in here, so we're gonna be seen whether we like it or not. We don't have. I don't think we can use. Why are you stood on there too? They are like protecting that thing. If I had a stun grenade, this would be perfect. Unfortunately, I wasted them all because I got too excited. What if I just urinate on them instead? It's not going to let me sticky gun the memory chip, is it? Oh. Guys, what are you doing in there? They've literally covered every oh, actually, yes, they've covered every single entrance. Alright, fuck it. Alright, good night, everybody. Stealth was impossible when they had every door watched, like tactical goddamn hawks. Alright, we got the shot. Do not steal my stuff. Now I've got something I don't even want. Boys. We're in trouble. I can't move. What the fuck is going on? Okay, I don't even want that anyway. Oh, I've still got it. Get me out of here, please. I'm gonna get knocked out in a minute. Can you stop taking my sticky arm? Got knocked out. Now I'm out of breath. I got knocked out. I literally got knocked out. There were so many of them. Carried outside of hostile territory. All cargo has been stolen. See, this is why it was a good idea for us to not bring cargo with us. They threw us out and stole our stuff. I'm gonna get into that post box anyway. What the fuck? Oh, all my stuff is here. If mules steal your cargo, it'll be stolen in a post box somewhere. This is hilarious. Alright. Great. Shall we try that again? We've got the memory chip at least, I think. I don't think that's really possible to be stolen from us. And the item that we needed was already in the post box. There was way more of these guys than I thought that there was. I thought they would just be able to take out those three nice and slow in a little cheeky way. I ended up picking up a big box of materials I didn't even want. Oh, damn it. I didn't think he spotted me. I was going to try and take him out quietly. It's so funny that I actually got knocked out. You there. Go to bed. Now you get knocked out. How does it feel? Give me my stuff back, peasants. The engraved chip. That's lost cargo. We need to go back to Lake Park City anyway. Is any of my stuff? Is that any of... I don't think this is any of my stuff. This is just a bunch of... This is a bunch of shit. This isn't even my stuff. Where is my stuff then? There's got to be another post box here that my shit is in. Or is this all that I had? I swear some of my stuff has been stolen, right? There's another post box. It's right there. Ah, you know what? I really should have taken that stun bomb out of the... Alright, there's a stun bomb there. Give me that. You used it on him. Alright, maybe my stuff is in here. I know that a lot of my stuff was just like returned to me with my trike, but the game told me that some of my stuff had been stolen, so... Is it in here? Yeah, this is the bespoke clothes that I was going to return to them. That's mine. I think. Gotta take this back to William Lake anyway. Is that my sticky gun? No. Is there anything of mine that I even lost? It must have been just the cosplayer's clothes. So they only steal cargo, they don't steal your actual, like, tools and stuff, I guess. And that was the only cargo that I was holding on me at the time? That does make sense. Fuck you two in particular. And you. Go away. Don't do it. Don't hang out close together, you'll get zapped. How dare you? No! Fuck you. Thank you. Oh, I don't want that. Drop that. I don't want it. How did it drop my climbing anchor on the ground when I thought I dropped cargo from these guys on the ground? I do have multiple climbing anchors now. But I didn't expect to have. Leave me alone! These guys are so quick. They're like, they are vicious. Alright, there we go. Back to my bike. Let's get the fuck out of here.
About ready to drop.
Oh, nice. Porter delivery routes. If all mules in a mule area are eliminated and the area is safe to traverse once more, you may encounter porters who have restarted making deliveries in the area. These porters will disappear should the route become dangerous. Ah. Oh, so you can like fully clear out mule camps, and then you'll start to see your little fancy NPC porters hanging around having a nice time. That's cool. Right, well we've got the V chip. Where'd I park the track? There it is. We got the track. And we got some bonus lost cargo on the way for our boy William Lake. So we're taking care we're taking care of people here. Okay, let's deliver the requested cargo. So the V chip.
Hey, Sam. Good to see you.
The legend does it again. Everything's in perfect condition. Reverse trike! Oh my god, we've actually got a motorcycle style. That's so cool. Yaiba Kusanagi type. It can now be used... Jay's upgraded the compass. It can now be used to temporarily disable sensor poles. Oh, cool. We got a different type of bicycle. 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 Good stuff. So we actually do get a motorcycle style one, but it is literally related to Cyberpunk, so it's a Cyberpunk bike. Which is the Missa clearing thanks to you. You're a good mano, Sam. The data on this chip, eye-opening, like I figured it would be. I know our worlds were never meant to mix. Record recall impaired. Probably an accident. An accident back in mine was the trigger, and then the Chiralium did the rest. But back in mine, home sweet home. Can't say we've got anything as crazy as Chiralium back home, but from what I've seen of yours, our tech is a step ahead, and you've earned another taste, Portino. I've upgraded your reverse trike with the chip data. Scan it, I think you'll dig it. This new and improved version's got better defense and can jump farther. I remember I call it the Yaiba Kusanagi. I also tricked out your compass. The sensor pole security systems that mules and terrorists use are shit. Dog shit. But now you can use compass mode to short them out for a minute. When in range, just focus on one of the poles. Careful though, shorting sensor poles using your compass burns through more battery than the other feature I added. Nice. We'll make sure to read this incinerator one in a second. Just got some stuff to deliver, you know how it be. Make delivery, lost cargo, nope. Memory chip data, yes. What you got for us? Dead man?
Let me guess. This is for Fragile, yes? No doubt she'll love it. But since this isn't the best time, I'll accept it on her behalf and pass it along when appropriate. You know you're a lot nicer than people give you credit for.
We do try. We do try. Eggshell carving.
Thank you.
So this is similar to like the soap bubble, where it's just like fragile stuff that's related to fragile because she's fragile. Eggshell carving. Eggs are fragile things. Drop one, and it will break in an instant. Eggshell carvings are delicate etchings made on the brittle surfaces of their shells. These carvings originated in ancient China, and their depictions of flowers and birds are believed to have been intended to celebrate births and weddings at which they were given as gifts. They symbolize the fleeting fragility of life and the delicate miracle of birth, and even a legendary porter would need to exercise great care when carrying one. When do we get to do like a porter egg and spoon race? Because I would lose. I would lose that ridiculously hard. Alright. Sleeping tablets to the elder. Let's put that man to bed. And let's take on orders for Sam. So, emergency provisions delivery to South Knot City. So we'll finally be taking a nice long trip to South Knot City. We do need to also drop into the distro center to speak with Fragile. So let's listen to this briefing. Owen Southwick, because it's south. Love it.
The people down in South Knot City have had to suffer through a lot of terrorist attacks lately. We need you to bring them as much as you can of whatever you can. Food, oxytocin, the essentials. None of which can be sent via a Cairo printer.
Okay, he's basically just repeating what he said, but with less words before, so that's fine. Let's accept the job. Oh, I totally want to see what this bike is, man. But we've got one that can take more cargo. Can this trike take cargo? A version of the Bridges standard issue reverse trike, defensive and improved jump. Special specifications, color schemes non-customizable. Electromagnetic shield units are smaller than the ones on ordinary defensive model. Just as effective. The battery will drain very quickly. It doesn't mention anything about being able to put stuff on it. It doesn't mention anything about being able to put stuff on it. Let's build it. We'll fabricate it. Oh, we can put stuff on the side of it. Hell yes. Look at that. We've got like our own Akira motorbike, even though it's from Cyberpunk. I love that it's red too. Oh, that's so cool. Alright. Non-customizable, I'm fine with that. That's great. We've got our Akira motorbike. That's sick. And it does take stuff as well. It does take cargo. Love it. Let's just put everything that we need on there. Satisfaction. Love to see it. Alright.
Unable to process order. Unable to process order.
What?
Please stand by until the problem can be rectified.
Oh, hi. Sam, Bridges, I presume? Sorry about that. The system seems to be on the fritz. One of the packages wasn't processed properly and got left out of the order. It says here the client is Fragile herself. Someone double-tagged it so the system couldn't tell whether it's for Fragile Express or Bridges. Anywho, really sorry for the hold-up, and, careful. The contents are fragile. It's okay.
That's Higgs. That's Troy Baker. Higgs is posing as a Bridges member. How did he get in here? Small thermonuclear weapon. A small thermonuclear weapon to take to South Knot City. A small-scale nuclear bomb. Its countdown timer will start as soon as it is separated from Sam, and it will detonate when the counter reaches 0, or when it enters South Knot City. Fragile needs to take a look at this. Fragile literally told us the story about how Higgs manipulated her into taking a weapon into the city, and it blew it up. Higgs is now doing exactly the same thing to us, but we have to do it because if we get separated from it, it'll drop to 0, even though we can clearly see through that illusion of that is literally Troy Baker going, I'm just a nervous Bridge member. He's like, hey, take this bomb, take it to South Knot City and blow it up for me. He thinks he's being clever. Wonderful. Great. So we're taking a bomb with us to South Knot City as well. How about that? Oh, look, and it's flashing red. Love that. That's really bizarre. Someone want to tell me how Higgs managed to infiltrate this Lake Knot City and just be a Bridges guy and then just go, here, do you want a thermonuclear bomb? Because we got it. I don't know if that's supposed to be obvious or not, but I don't know. That's very clearly they were trying their best. They were trying their best to obscure the face a little bit, but not enough. not enough. All right, I'm gonna store my bike. Store that vehicle. Get it out of here. Okay, now. How interesting. My train of thought has been knocked by that one there, by that little number. So we need to check in with Fragile anyway at the distro center with this lovely looking bomb. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, guys. It's a little suspicious to me. Don't know what to expect there. Alright, let's recycle some stuff.
Thank you for your contribution.
And auto-arrange our cargo. Okay. Ready to go. Look how cyberpunk we got. We got our nice little eye cybernetics on our face, and we got our lovely motorcycle. I loved how the nuclear symbol is on there as well. It's a bit relevant to what we're doing right now. Before I forget, I'll read that email quickly about the strange light at the incinerator, which means it kind of makes me feel like we could go back over to the lake. I know we can, but it makes me feel like maybe when we get fast travel unlocked, we can fast travel back there and take a look. This is going to sound crazy, but you've got to believe me, Sam. So I was at the incinerator, they'd found a body near the way station and it needed to be burned. Since we don't exactly have a team of corpse disposal guys on call, I was given the job. I've been outside more than the other guys lately, so it makes sense. It wasn't like I could say no, someone had to do it. Doesn't mean I wasn't scared shitless though. I don't have dooms or anything, but you don't need special powers to know when a BT's caught your scent, and I could tell they weren't far behind. I just wanted to get the job done and come home, but then one of the fuckers popped up out of nowhere and nearly gave me a heart attack. Somehow I make it into the incinerator without getting grabbed, and that's when things got really weird. I saw this glowing thing. This light, I guess? I wanted to take a closer look, but I wasn't about to take any chances. I had to get the hell out of there. I can't stop thinking about it now, though. You should check it out if you have the chance. Interesting. Okay, once we get Fragile back to fast traveling, we'll have to head back there and check out a glowing thing at the incinerator. It's also cool because we have not been to the old region that we came from since we've been in Central Region, so I'm pretty keen to check that out actually. So Southern Distro Center to meet with Fragile. We'll be like, hey, here's this bomb, have fun. Random Bridges guy gave it to me, being heaps nervous that apparently it's for you. I'd love to know if you guys called that as well and could see that was quite clearly Troy Baker. I mean, he's very recognizable. He's very recognizable, both in voice and in face, so let me know if you guys noticed immediately as well, or whether or not you kind of just thought it was weird and went along with it. Because I feel like there's potential, if you're like, maybe you're not like paying too much attention to what's going on, that you'll just kind of be like, oh, haha, weird. But especially knowing what Fragile literally explained about what Higgs tricked her into doing, and that he's trying to do the same thing with us, it's quite bizarre. Unless Higgs has a twin brother that also has a bit of an explosive side. Oh, Fragile's been marked on the compass. Wonderful. That makes things nice and easy as well. I love this road. How dare you ping me? Is that a... Oh, it's another bridge truck. I thought that would look like something else for a second. Someone else has left their vehicle behind. Love the speed boost signs. See. Apparently it's got an improved jump. I mean, the normal jump's pretty impressive, to be fair. Beep. Oh, that was the otter making the noise. I love that. Oh, it's briefly stuck. God, this feels like it's gonna be. This feels like it's gonna destroy our bike if we go off this jump. I'm trying to brake. Oh my god. Sometimes, like when you reverse, it's just like, nah, you're gonna slide right off to your doom. I'm not gonna take that jump because I feel like it's gonna literally destroy my bike. I don't know if in this game jumps automatically prevent your bike from getting destroyed when you go off of them. That would be nice, but I don't know. All right, where's Fragile? Oh, there. She's downstairs. Good.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID.
Alright, Fragile, you want to take a look at this goddamn bomb that Higgs gave me, please?
Welcome.
Like, what the fuck? Are we accidentally gonna... Are we gonna end up blowing up this, place? I guess we just rest in the private room, and
Your work is greatly
Fragile will be in the private room. I'm assuming that's what they're trying to communicate here.
Oh, hi. Sam, Bridges, I presume? Says here the client is Fragile herself. Careful. The contents are fragile.
Things that are immediately suspicious, and then there you go. Oh no, the reveal.
Sam, what's wrong?
Fragile. Son of a bitch, it was him.
What are you talking about?
The package I picked up for you, the one from Lake Knot.
Hold on. I wasn't expecting any package.
He said Fragile herself was the client. The system was down, so some Bridges delivery guy had to hand it over in person.
Who?
Look, the point is, it was Higgs.
Come on, I need to see it now.
I think it's too late. Is it too late? Is this gonna blow up? Oh no, good. Let's just bring the bomb in my private room, we'll be fine.
It's a nuke! Not again. That bastards can't do this to me again. The timer's already started. I can't stop it. We only have one option. Sam, we've got to get rid of it. Take it down to the crater next to South Knot. It's a tar pit, damn near bottomless. If we chuck it in there, we just might have a chance.
"23 minutes. God damn it. Higgs has transported himself into the Metal Gear Solid 5 universe and retrieved a nuclear bomb. He got a nuke from Mother Base.
Alright, Sam. I've added the location of the crater lake to your map. Get the nuke there ASAP and dispose of it.
I love how calm Die Hard Man is about that. Die Hard Man's like, yep, that's fine. We've been to the crater lake before. We've been there. We threw some shit in there, so we know how to get there. We've got 20 minutes to do so. Let's fucking go. Throw it on in, and then do we get to watch a beautiful? I hope we get to watch a beautiful nuke explosion, even though it'll be sunk in tar. I just find this so funny that Kojima just can't get away from nukes. He can't stop himself. He's like, okay, we'll put nukes in the game. Okay. Alright, how do we... Just trying to think about a good path. We've been here before, this will be fine. Chiral Bridge. Oh look, it's our old friend, the Chiral Bridge that is a one-way trip. There you go. Chiral Bridge that's a one-way trip. Wonderful. It serves me well. Only that one trip. Oh, now it's ladders. Ladders it is. This is always a risky one. Always. One of these ladders is obviously significantly better than the other. One's for walking, one's for biking. Definitely. Cute. And look, my generator. Easy. Careful here, because this is a jump. There's a bridge. Hang on, I think that's another jump blocking said bridge from happening. Right, looks like we're going to go over this jump and then go over the bridge. Fuck you, jump! Fuck you, jump! Oh, dude! Fucking two! I hope this is this deep water? No, it's blue, we're okay. God damn it. 2 gaps. What a pain in my ass. How do we get out of here? We're doing so well. Maybe we shouldn't have boosted so hard off that jump. Then we'd still be okay right now. Okay, is there still a way up from here, or are we just stuck down here forever? How do I get back up again? This is the perfect time to fall through a gap when you're on a time limit. Stop. It is not looking good for us. It is looking even worse for us now. Good. Okay, way out. Up here. Good thing I got a PCC for a battery. Okay. We're up. We're up and at 'em. Should we try that one again? God damn. I have to build a generator, I think. Oh, look, here we are again. Old Faithful. That bridge. There's a generator, but I think that... Is that on this side? It is on this side. Is this my own generator as well? It is my own generator. Look at my own generator coming in to save me. Alright, this jump is so annoying because it's like one of our only shots over there. We're just running out of time. We're just running out of time. Chiral Bridge here, so maybe I can take this Chiral Bridge over instead. Nice Chiral Bridge, thank you. Give you some likes for that. Not that goddamn jump though. Alright, should be smooth sailing from here. Alright, we made it. We're at the lake. Okay.
Sam, you're at the lake, aren't you? Hurry up and get rid of that goddamn nuke.
Get rid of the nuke. Okay. I need to do cargo menu. Small thermonuclear weapon. I will carry it in my hand, please. Confirm. Okay. Yeah. Oh god. Hey, yeah. Now what happens? Is it gonna blow up? Dude, that was sick. It contained it. Wow.
Jesus, that was close. You saved the city and everyone in it. I love a lot more than I ever did.
Maybe there's no way of saving Middle Knot. But South Knot's still here. Because of me. And you. What happened to you?
By the time I realized what Higgs was planning, the nuke was already at the city gates.
Ooh, we had a flashback?
Truck and somehow managed to carry the bomb to safety. But Higgs had been on to me from the start. He caught me red-handed outside the gates, Nuke still cradled in my arms like a child. So, as punishment, he strips me down to nothing. And then he makes it rain.
So that's how it happened.
Listen up, Fragile. I got a proposition for you. Do you want to live out your days as damaged goods? Or would you rather take damage for the goods?
Get to the point.
All right. If all you want is to save yourself, you just have to jump. However, if you want to see this altruistic streak of yours through, then you'll have to carry my nuke to the bottomless pit and toss it in. Oh, sure, you'll be the city's savior. But you will have to walk naked through timefall to do it. Trade a lot of your time for a little bit of the city's? Hell, seems like a fair exchange to me.
truth is, I don't much care for my face. That's why I hide it. Oh, but you... Ooh, you just love yours, don't you? I bet Daddy was real proud. Oh. Don't worry. I won't mess it up. See, I want your face to be a kind of testament. Yeah.
Why did you do it? Why did you betray me?
Because I found someone who completes me. Someone who doesn't need me to wear a mask. Oh. Word to the wise. Even if you do save South Knot, you'll always be the nut job who blew up Middle Knot. Oh, and that pretty face of yours will always be remembered as the face of a terrorist. They'll never stop hunting you. Believe me, I know. Oh, they can slap a sticker on you, but you're still gonna break in transit. Oh. So, what's it gonna be? Hmm?
I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy.
Well, good luck with that.
I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy. I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy. Because I'm fragile, but I'm not that fragile.
Dude.
Well, there it is. You are a goddamn hero. You did the right thing. This belongs to you.
I'm no hero, Sam. That choice I made, I've regretted it ever since. All I had to do was jump, and I could have saved myself.
But instead, you saved a city. And more than that, you gave people hope.
Well, now there's only one person left for me to save. I'm gonna make Heath's regret he ever crossed me.
By killing him?
Can't. He's way more powerful now than he was before. But you could take him. You could. But promise me. Promise me you'll leave him alive. There's something I want to ask him to his face.
I didn't think you were capable of torture.
Am now. And I want to know why he betrayed me. Do you want it?
Ooh, he actually takes it this time.
Sam. Don't forget about the supply run to South Knot City.
Damn, so Higgs, this is the second time. This is the second time that Higgs has tried to blow up South Knot.
Stranding, Sam. Now let's get your cargo to South Knot City and put those people on the network.
So this is the second time that Higgs has tried to blow up South Knot City with a nuke. So he's had a nuke for Middle Knot, a nuke for South Knot, and a second nuke for South Knot. Man's just pulling him out of Metal Gear Solid 5 like no tomorrow. Okay, South Knot City is actually really close. It's much further than I thought it was. When I was thinking that we'd be making like a long journey from Lake Knot, I was like, it might be over here somewhere. Or like somewhere here, but no. South Knot City is right there, so right around the corner. I do need to give a little visit to the cosplayer, but that is a little bit of a journey. So what we might do is I might actually get through to we'll just go to South Knot City, and then we'll probably wrap it up. So let's have a read of the email for Middle Knot City got nuked. You probably heard, but Middle Knot City was nuked about a year back. Civilians, staff, everyone and everything gone in the blink of an eye. They said it was a terrorist attack. Demons doing their thing, assholes. Fragile got caught up in the whole mess somehow too, though I wasn't privy on the details. Long story short, they started screening deliveries a whole lot more thoroughly. Not that it made a difference, it was one tragedy after another. We lost half of South Knot City not long after. Half's better than all, but a whole lot of people still died, and it shook the rest up pretty bad. They started wondering if joining the UCA wasn't the worst choice they ever made, and the more people said it out loud, the more paranoid they got. It festered and spread that thinking beyond the city even. Not that it takes much for your average prepper to buy in. You might think becoming a part of the chiral network would have helped calm things down a little, but we still don't have a handle on the terrorists. It could all fall apart at any moment, but if it does, we can't let it beat us. Even if everything we've built breaks down, we've got to do what we can to patch it up. That's all there is to it. I find that cutscene that we just watched very interesting as well with Fragile, because it was like, how far did she have to run? Because I'm assuming maybe she was here in South Knot, and then she had to like run in the timefall down to like throw it in there. I'm assuming that's how it happened, because there's like not much of a distance. But you can see where all that damage got done. Higgs is so strange. His little entourage, though, by the way, like I assume they're like the demons. Their outfits are so cool. Higgs's outfit, like his costume design, is super cool as well. But like those soldiers are really, really great. You feel like maybe that song should have kicked in a little bit earlier? Like, I feel like if you wanted to actually hear a bit more of it, because like the distance you go from the lake to here is very small. Like, we just had to go just down there, and now we're already here. No, I feel like that song should have kicked in immediately after the cutscene, and then we could have gotten a little bit more of it. So that's a little unfortunate, but it's fine. We got a tiny bit of low roll, and now we can deliver our stuff to South Knot.
Sam, Porter Bridges.
Okay. Look at that. Big boy delivery.
Great to see you, man. You don't know how much we've been looking forward to this. A lot of people hurting here. Gotta start with those who need it most. Given this quantity, everyone ought to get a share. We really appreciate it.
Fragile, attentive, hologram data, bidding goodbye. And go see ya. Without you. 2 sounds. One or more bots have completed deliveries as well. To the Elder. Sleep well, mate, with your heavily damaged tablets. Nice, we got a 30 on cargo condition. Expert transporter.
So is it true the chiral network is finally becoming a reality? I can't believe it. Really can't. Feels like a dream almost. If it's not a dream, then yeah, we want to be part of it.
It's not a dream, bad boy. Let's go. Let's link you up. I'm really questioning the whole Higgs thing. How he was just like, was just in the building, dressed as a Bridges guy, and was like, haha, hey, here's a delivery for you, and it's just a nuke. Like, he just has that laying around, gave it to a person, it was like, there you go. I just find that really bizarre that it's like, what's the security like in Bridges that it could be exploited and like done that easily? Because when you enter, what makes this very interesting is when you enter a distribution center or when you enter any of these places, you are scanned, you're identi-scanned, and then they tells you your name back to you. So either Higgs has some sort of way to bypass that or get past that, or his information is for some reason valid within a Bridges ID scan. So it's a bit curious how he's just there and he's like, here's a goddamn nuke, have fun. And I'm surprised that there isn't being more of a reaction to this. Like, Die Hard Man hasn't just gone, yes, we're going to up our security and make sure that we don't have anyone who's not Bridges personnel enter a Bridges distro center. I'm wondering if they'll even address it, because I just think that's a little bit interesting. A straight up handgun has provided design data for a handgun. Is this a lethal weapon? I wouldn't say so, right? We're not really supposed to have that. An assault rifle. And a grenade. Fuck it, we killing people now. New interview data required. The situation after the first Death Stranding incident. No blue in the inverted rainbow. And giant BTs. Giant BTs. We encountered one of those. We straight up getting killing weapons now. What does that mean? Does that mean that if we use one of those weapons, we have to really like pay the price, and like you need to then like go and throw the body into the like either in an incinerator or the chiral lake or the tar lake?
I don't think we could have survived without outside assistance. The chiral network could make a huge difference, make repairs more manageable. It could help us finally get back on our feet. You've given us a gift more precious than you know. When we lost Middle Knot City, it felt like there'd be no end to the violence. I woke up every day thinking it might be our last. Yet, here we are. By the grace... Yeah, well, let's just say I don't believe in miracles or luck. Hell no. I believe in people. And it was people that saved us. Just like you did today. Now it's our turn to pick up the pieces and do the same for others. I'm sorry. I gotta get this to everyone. We really appreciate it.
Good work, Sam. I'll see that your supplies are ready and waiting. Suppose I don't need to tell you to take care when you come fetch them.
Damn. A fully automatic rifle that fires lethal rounds. Being fully automatic, this rifle will continue to fire for as long as the trigger is held. Dude, it's... What? Semi-automatic sidearm. Grenade? Bruh. That's just straight up assault rifle and a handgun. Oops. I meant to take the other one with me and accidentally pressed the wrong button.
Thanks, Sam. You've saved South Knot City and brought our people even closer together. You're halfway there. Halfway to making us whole again. Listen, there's something I need to tell you.
Oh, classic. Classic.
Sam, Amelie's connection just dropped. We've been routing her calls through the old system. Must be a problem with the lines. I'll look into it. Let's just hope it's nothing more serious.
Sam, I'm detecting a chiral spike. Right in your vicinity. These numbers are off the charts. This might explain the sudden service interruption.
Whatever's causing it could pose a threat to the Knot cities. Get out there and investigate.
So Mama is near South Knot City, right? And that's what she was talking about with like the chiral spike earlier. She like let us know. I wonder where Mama is located. There's an online safe house there. We haven't seen her yet. Interesting. However, we are just about at time to wrap this bad boy of an episode up because it's been a big one. We've had some crazy journeys and deliveries today, and we finally made it to South Knot City after some unexpected nuclear activity. So we're gonna read these last 3 interviews that we've picked up for this episode, and then wrap things up. So let's have a read. So, the situation after the first Death Stranding incident 3 years ago. There was a series of huge explosions. Well, not so much a series. They were simultaneous, worldwide. The global comms infrastructure was shot to hell, but we salvaged what we could and tried to make sense of what had happened. It didn't seem like much at the time, but it was a hell of a lot better than what we have now. Anyway, the government figured the whole thing was a terrorist attack at first. We'd been dealing with a lot of those back then, but it didn't take long to see that this was something else. The craters left by the blast were bizarre. There was no rubble, no dust even, which led the scientists to rule out meteor strikes. There was trace neutron radiation, alpha rays, but we knew it wasn't nukes either. Some of the particles we detected we'd never seen before. Chiralium, although we didn't know it at the time. The more we studied them, the more our scientists came to the same conclusion. These were the results of annihilation events. It was right about the time that chiral clouds started to form, and after that, all communication with the outside world went down for good. Dead man, no blue in the inverted rainbow. 1 year ago, we humans are complex multicellular organisms, 60 trillion cells inside each one of us, they say. How many of these cells need to die for us to consider a person dead? Are there any cells in particular which determine whether a person is alive or dead? These questions are academic, of course. The exact point of death can't be calculated using cell counts. On the other hand, no one can deny the existence of degenerative diseases that gradually destroy more and more cells, leaving their victim effectively half dead. And what about me? Most of my organs have been harvested from other people. They still work, of course, but could their original owner have been said to be alive? I really don't know. Incidentally, have you ever heard of a fun little experiment they once did with roundworms called C. elegans? These creatures are notable for their glowing bright blue when exposed to UV light, but only when they die. It seems to be a reaction from the anthranylic acid within the organism, and it's known as death fluorescence. Yep, that's right, blue is very much the color of death, it seems. Can it therefore really be a coincidence that there's no blue in an inverted rainbow? Timefall strengthens an area's connection to the beach. This is something to do with chiral particles becoming excited, I believe. In spaces connected to the beach, electromagnetic waves with a blue wavelength can travel easily through the seam, leaking out onto the beach. Some people think that's where the blue from the inverted rainbow goes. Who knows? The fact that blue has a strong connection to death, though, that much seems pretty inarguable. Interesting. Is that why he's called Dead Man? He's alive but dead man, and he has organs harvested from other people. Giant BTs, Hartman, 2 years ago. The following assessment is based entirely on eyewitness testimony. Be advised that none of these claims have been independently verified. There are several types of BT, and the means by which they interact with the living also varies. Some BTs actively seek out human beings, while others attempt to draw us towards them. Still others are incapable of Still others are capable of consuming their prey, causing a void out in the process. It is not only their roles and behavior that set them apart, however. Their physiology is also different. Moreover, we have anecdotal evidence suggesting the existence of some truly enormous BTs. Curiously, however, these ones do not appear to have umbilical cords. Giant BTs are comprised of the consolidated car of multiple deceased individuals. As a result, the connection between each individual and their beach is lost, which is why the resulting BT does not manifest an umbilical cord. That's the theory at any rate. Unfortunately, I doubt we'll be able to learn more about these entities until the chiral network is online, a day that can't come soon enough. So are they referring to the giant ones that are like huge that we saw right at the beginning of the game? I think so. Interesting. Alright, we've smashed out those interviews, we've made it to South Knot City, and we now have to repair some old lines with a chiral spike of some sort next time. So guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Death Stranding. I do apologize for such a chaotic delivery segment. A lot of gameplay, a lot of fun though. I'm very happy with some of the decisions that we've made, more so than others. It's been a fun ride, and that's kind of like the joy of learning about this game and doing the best that you can in traversal, but sometimes things happen and you just have to work with it. Next time we might actually take a look at these the firing drills in the firing range, finally, especially considering we have lethal weapons now, and I need to figure out why the hell we have those and what the consequences for those weapons are. So we'll check out all of that next time, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then.